Yo, what's going on, family? In today's video, we'll be looking at more creepy and strange TikToks. This dinosaurs documentary said it rained for 1 million years straight, some 250 million years ago, but y'all can't even get the 7-day forecast right. How did y'all ever know that? Anytime they start going back hundreds of thousands of, even thousands of years ago, it's like, I don't know what to believe at that point. Oh, I know y'all seen that. I know. Look at that shadow. What is that?
It's launching soon, right?
Yes.
It's launching soon, right?
Yes.
It's launching soon, right?
What's launching?
Yeah, nigga. You better be glad. Oh my God, you better be glad this shit. Oh my God, boy. Ooh. Ooh. What the fuck?
Y'all want to build a plasma cannon at the crib? I don't think it could cause too much damage, but hey. Disclaimer notice, I am no professional at building plasma cannons, so whatever I say, take it with a grain of salt. But no, it does look pretty interesting. I kind of want to try it.
I just wanted to jump on here really quickly, and because I went to court today, and this is a pretty serious issue because I went to court today. I won my case though. It was thrown out, it was dismissed, but the fact that someone was able to submit a fake, altered AI video of me and submit it as evidence in a court of law and a judge not be able to see or determine that it was AI is absolutely insane.
That's crazy.
I was looking at the video. The video was an actual recording of a chain of events. However, that is not how the night went. I appeared, my eyes look so different in the video, and I'm sitting in the courthouse like something is off with this video. It's not me. It looks like me, but I'm not drunk. I don't drink. I'm not high. I've never smoked. I've never done drugs in my life. But yet in the video, I appear drunk, super inebriated. It looks as though I was sitting there double second guessing myself. Like, wait a minute. Is this what Ring camera recordings look like? This person submitted Ring camera footage of me, and that's how I appeared, drunk and high and slurring over my words a bit. And my best friend even said, after we finished the hearing, why did you look like that? Something was wrong with that video. That's not you. And in court, the judge even said, you've been drinking or smoking. If you were smoking or whatever, it's legal. You're grown. But that's the scary part that's the scary part. We don't have any legislation. How do people know? How would a judge? How can a judge tell? There needs to be legislation that AI is stamped. AI is documented. There is no way on God's green earth that someone was able to go and alter a video of me and submit it and pass it off as accurate and sound. Again, thank God the case was dismissed, but that can happen to anyone. My case wasn't even, it was serious enough, but it can happen to anybody. Anybody's life can be changed instantly with a fake altered video from AI. What can we do about legislation? What is being done about legislation? Because if this happened to me in California, this can happen to anybody anywhere.
Yo, gotta be careful with this AI, man. I don't know what's real and what's not anymore. I don't even know if that was a real video. I can't be for sure of it. How am I supposed to be for sure at this point? I can just look at it and be like, it looks real to me. It looks AI to me. That's literally all we have right now. It's like, I think that's AI.
Y'all tell me what y'all think these are. I thought we was under attack. My mother said they shooting stars. I think they meteors and the sky is falling or somebody coming to get us. But I seen this morning on my way to yoga, and I was like, oh, That's beautifully interesting, scary, weird.
Where they going?
That's airplanes. Those are planes leaving contrails or whatever they're leaving behind them. And they're traveling really, really high. I don't know. Get a telescope out and try to peep it if you can. That's what we need. You know, forget the iPhone 17s and the Galaxies and the Googles and all of those phones and the Nokias and the Motorola's. Just kidding. Ain't nobody got those no more. Those are planes, though. If you got a telescope and you were to look at that, I'm pretty sure that would be a plane. But I could be wrong. Could be a shooting star or meteor or people coming to attack us. I don't know.
How fun is this? I'm walking into the street because it's only a screen.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, that's a nice setup right there. That's trippy, though.
We might be fucked because the video that Iran put out today is scary on all different levels. So Iran just released a video today of a missile traveling through different countries to get to New York City. And when it gets to New York City, it hits the Statue of Liberty. But the Statue of Liberty isn't the Statue of Liberty. And I think you know exactly what this is right here. Now, even though this video is AI, this video is sending a direct message. And that message basically says that they have plans for the United States of America. Mind you, wasn't President Trump just saying that this war was close to being over? Well, after this video, I don't think this war is close to being over. This video is terrifying. Look at this shit. Tell me everything that you notice in this video. Native American lands. Japan. Tell me everything you notice in this video. This shit is crazy, man. Mind you, this is an AI video. But look at everything in this video. Epstein Island?
They crazy.
Nah. I don't think this is over, man. And then look at this shit here. But watch after it hits that statue. Look what it says. One vengeance for all.
Hey, man. With what the United States has done to these other countries, I'm just saying. I can see it happening, you know. They're like, you know what? We finna go at them. It's that time. We bout it. Let's team up. We finna knock down America. You know what I'm saying? I can see that happening.
Literally wearing a Van Cleef bracelet right here. She sees me recording her.
Oh, wow.
And a Van Cleef on her neck, too. And her
What the heck?
Have hard time. Van Cleef bracelet. I done bought all these snacks. Can you buy some more for me? Buy them back. The sun blocker is covering the pilot's whole view. How do they actually see? They don't, man. They're guided. That plane does all the work. For the most part. They do have to land, take off, stuff like that.
When I win, I
adjust,
will
but still.
immediately bring prices down starting on day one. Starting on day one, we will end inflation and make America affordable again. Starting on day one of my new administration, we will end inflation and we will...
The People's Savings Bank's right across the street. You're always with the stuff with the medicine and just Greek, Roman. I don't know, man. This doesn't make sense. All these like these things that used to have like coats of arms or different things or Tartarian flag. And I'm not even one of those people, but they sometimes leave them. Look, even on the side over here, Drew, the little small lions everywhere. They're lying today. What year did they start?
Like, it doesn't make sense in that it takes too long. Like, how many do you have to make one of those lions each by hand? Like, is that
You know what I'm saying?
No, they had molds, they'll say. You know what I mean? Like when they say, oh, they had boats and trains, they had molds, so it's easier. But a lot of these during a Great Depression, right? They always talk about the powers that control us. You know what I mean? Hold on, wouldn't that be a great ploy to dangle this Great Depression? Like over the amount of building during a Great Depression. Oh, the WPA, they kept us working. Same government over 100 years since. Come on, fix it today. Make them work, right? But we go, come on, government, you don't care about us? Well, you sending all the money overseas? What about us? What about the WPA? Come on, Great Depression apologists. Right? Come on, Drew, am I right?
You're right.
Make it make sense. This government lies to us today. Turn on the TV, I don't. Open a newspaper. And those are the same people in charge, Drew, and they trust that they're not lying today. You know what I mean? They're lying everywhere in Pittsburgh. Drew, do you have a couple more in you? Because this doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
This whole area.
More in you.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. You gotta get the first one out. You know, now we're ready to rock and roll. Drew, Handsome Man Comedy.
Yes, sir.
You run shows all over Pittsburgh.
In Millvale, in a town called Millvale, just 2 miles outside the city.
Sounds good. Check him out. I'm gonna leave Drew's info. And listen, let's make it make sense. This whole area is suspect, Drew. Let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you can see the snow coming down. I'm not lying. But my man Drew, it's a cold day out. You have a cap. You have a cap on. Here's a make it make sense hat. Come on, man. I appreciate you coming out and making it make sense with me. Come on, man. Look at that. Looking good. Merch coming soon. Let's get into it, Drew.
It is not.
None of that stuff makes sense. You can't make it make sense, man. For real. The old timeline. Whoever has the truth, I just want to. Whoever got the book that just got everything laid out, how it was supposed to be. If I had one wish, I would read that book.
November 9th, 2025 only. It's also February 30th, 2018. Because the Roman calendar that they made up called Gregorian calendar, they didn't know when Christ was born. They were persecuting Christ from birth. Why would we trust them? When Christ ran away from Rome down to Egypt, right next door to Ethiopia, Ethiopia is the only country unconquered by Rome. Because Ethiopia protected Christ's birthday 2018 years ago, they protected the calendar, they never bowed the knee to the kings, they never bowed the knee to Rome. They also have the Ethiopian Bible. Boom. It's got the full 88 books. It wasn't reduced by the wicked kings to 66. It talks about the fallen angels, the Nephilim, the giants in the books of Enoch that happened before the flood of Noah's day. It has the book of Jubilee, which is debt forgiveness. You know we're supposed to be returned to our inheritance once a generation. Yeah, kings didn't want that. Nope, took it on out. Ethiopia didn't. You can get your own copy below. They do make the truth expensive and they try and hide it. So every one of these books that's sold, it does bring the truth to light and defeats the darkness of lies. And if it's less than $99, it is still a good deal. You're going to love it in time for the holidays. And it's a great story for your family. So grab yours below.
When you look at the 33, it's like it's symbolic to the doorway, right? That's when you get to like the final fucking stage or some shit like that, right? Kind of like on a video game. It's like butterfly wings. You know what I'm saying? That's the doorway. When Truman went up them steps, the steps is like the ladder, right? Your spinal, your kundalini energy and shit. Your Christ all, he became Christ the light. Then Truman walked, he got off the boat. Got past the waters, which is what symbolic to the subconscious, right? Astral realm. He got over his fears subconsciously, and then he broke the illusion, and he was Christ, the light. And so that's how he was able, like, to walk through the darkness. And notice he spreads his arms out, how Jesus was, you know, like the symbol of Jesus, and he crucified on the cross. When he said, when he denounced the illusion, when he went up the steps and walked into that darkness, that portal, that doorway, got past the 33 vertebrae. You see what I'm saying? He was embodying the light, the Christ light. Notice in the movie at the beginning, around the beginning of the movie, I think like a lamp fell out the sky. And it had something written on it like Canis Major. I mean, it was symbolic of him being from the Sirius star system. So the whole time he was the truth of the whole fucking reality.
I still haven't watched The Truman Show. Have you guys watched The Truman Show yet? And I gotta watch The Truman Show. I need to clear my schedule tonight. Terrifying moment, horse kicks farrier into wall. Bang! Ding! See, I can't. Horses are different. Yo. bruised rib, lacerated liver, and a collapsed and torn lung from one kick. Yeah, I watched this series a long time ago. Oh, I forgot what the series was called. I'll put it up here on the screen though. But in that series, it was about this guy who came from like another dimension, not another dimension, another star system, right? Kind of like Sirius. And he came here and he seen a horse and he was talking to the horse, right? He's like, wait till you remember what you were able to do. They'll never be able to lock you up in here. You know what I'm saying? And he basically was saying the horses weren't always what they were. They weren't always used by us. And if they were to remember who they were and what they could do, they'd be some dangerous animals. Clearly. Why would you put windows in the basement? It doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. It was flooded. Had to have been. What is this building? Look at that.
This part here now is fake. It was meaning to replicate the catacombs, but it failed, and they built a dining hall. Super glad I came here accidentally on Eid. Accidentally, because Eid is due to the equinox. Tell me your religion is astrological without telling me your religion is astrological. You know what I'm saying?
Glued in archways, huh? Crazy work.
Okay, tell me that's bullshit without telling me that's bullshit. Do you see? The bricks are suspended from midair by glue, and we're supposed to believe that those are holding up the entire Capitol building. Which leads me to wonder, where's the cornerstone? So then the question is, what's behind this? Do you believe this?
All right, what you looking at?
I wonder how far down that building goes, you know, like is there other levels below that as well that they just that they just couldn't, you know, excavate or renovate or whatever they needed to do.
Right now, this is Point Park. This is pretty much at Lookout Mountain. This is a, I guess it's like a national park. This was built in 1902 or 1904. This building or this structure right here, which you know me, old world baby. We're talking old world. So my question is, was this really built in 1904, and why do the windows look like that, right? There was a military base at one time. We're gonna go take a look at this. Damn, I gotta pay fees to get in this bitch. I don't want to pay to get into this, but okay. Anyway, look at the way the stonework is. Now you saw the stonework at the other place. This is really.
Yo, that's how it be though, right? You going somewhere? You're like, damn, I gotta pay to get in.
Really nice, and that looks like the small windows you would use to shoot out arrows, right? So I don't know. I'm gonna go see how much this costs, and then we'll take a look around. Okay, so this is the back side of the entrance I just showed you guys. But check this out. What I thought was really cool is they have spiral staircases in here going up, and those are stone. Those are
wow.
hand-cut stone. So this is like apparently 1904 or 1800, something like that. And they have this amazing spiral staircase going up, which I think is nuts on both sides. I wonder what they needed the spiral staircase up for. What were they doing up there? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's pretty crazy. It's beautiful though.
It is pretty crazy.
That's all I am. I'm my wife's employee. I work for my wife.
So went down the LED rabbit hole. Now my husband's changing every bulb to incandescence. Did I say that right? Incandescent? I think it's incandescent. I don't know. But maybe we should all do that. I don't think LEDs are good for anybody. Now all the bulbs in the houses are like smart bulbs too. Like you can control them with your phone. So they're like always on even when they're not on.
She is the boss. I've been fired.
Look, they don't want you to know what the sailors really saw before the reset of 1728. See, the 1587 Urbano Monte map wasn't just some cartographer's dream. It was a record of the world before the edit, before the rewrite. The thing was massive, 4 square panels forming a 10-foot globe, hand-drawn with precision that modern scientists still to this day can't explain. Monte map was the world as if it was told by sailors and explorers, men who claimed to see continents that no longer appear on the modern maps, lands beyond the North Pole, kingdoms at the edge of the known world, and civilizations erased from memory. Now look close at the map. The center isn't where you think it should be. It's not Europe. It's the North Pole, surrounded by 4 rivers with magnetic mountains and strange creatures. Monte designed it as if the Earth was seen from above, from the heavens, not as a sphere, but as a projection. Now you ask why? Because that's where they saw it before reset, man. A realm divided by magnetic energies and sacred geometry, not a spinning globe lost in fucking space. Sailors back then, they weren't delusional. They wrote about enormous trees, forgotten lands, and beings that lived beyond the ice. But when the reset of 1728 hit, the great fires, the floods, the engineered chaos, history rebooted. New maps were printed, the old ones destroyed. The narrative changed overnight. Now the Urbano Monte map, it's a survivor of the old world. A breadcrumb from the forgotten age that proves humanity once knew more, saw more, and fuck, even mapped more. But we've been taught just to laugh it off, to believe that before science, everyone was just wrong. Yet here we are, still asking why we can't go past the poles, still wondering why ancient maps, the ancient maps show lands that don't exist, man. So I'll ask you this. What did they really see out there? And why did someone make sure we'd never see it again? Now, like, follow, and share, because the hidden truth, it's buried in plain sight, guys. And like always, remember, we're building.
Yo, I think we have like these, because if you look at those old maps, you see like these creatures in the sea and like on the edge of the realm. It's kind of like Godzilla and King Kong, you know, like we probably had creatures that were protecting who could cross through each realm. You know what I'm saying? Like guardians, like gatekeepers in a way. These giant creatures like Bigfoot and stuff like that. And then maybe something happened, flooded them out so that somebody can cross through the realm without having to get through them. I don't know.
There's no way this guy's doing. Oh no.
That's crazy. Yo, if that would have hit somebody. If that would have hit somebody, yo.
You die every time you sleep. Your consciousness is eternal. The universe is one giant cycle. The season yearly cycle represents a daily cycle. Spring is the sunrise, summer is midday, and winter is the nighttime. The yearly cycle is a daily cycle. Macrocosm reflected in the microcosm. This is why we say sleep is the cousin of death. Because sleeping is a smaller version of death. Death is the big version of sleep. When you sleep, your consciousness enters the astral plane, which is a non-physical dimension that exists in your mind, your imagination. Your mind does not operate in the physical dimension, which means you are not this physical body. Nighttime is death, daytime is life. The wintertime is death, and the summertime is life. You are an eternal consciousness experiencing a temporary body. You will never die. You can only take knowledge after death. That is the true currency of this world and universe.
Man, imagine you die and you go to the dream realm and you just up there kicking it and with all the people that's up there and everyone's just saying 6, 7. And you're like, man, y'all doing too much. I'm finna go back to Earth. And then you reincarnate as somebody's child with no memories. Physics, huh? How is he going to get this through that square? You fold it once and twice. Ah, I know now how. Well, I said I know now how. I know how now. Okay, no, I don't know how. He's doing extra folds. Bruh. It seems like it could have been better planned, Chicago. Yo, look at them people driving on there. Oh, snap, all over. That's crazy. Doesn't that look crazy to y'all?
I grew up in the 90s, so I know. One day today used to be like 3 days back in 1995. I kid you not. I kid you not. One day today, you wake up and it's 8 a.m., you blink, it's 12, you blink again, it's 6:30, you blink again, it's 10 o'clock, you're back in the bed. You don't even know what happened today. You don't even know. Your subconscious was operating your body. At some point you got on the highway, at some point you worked, at some point you was on the phone and you back in the bed. You don't even know if you ate. And y'all trying to tell me something ain't off, man. Keep it. I don't want to hear it. I know what I'm talking about.
Think you lived in New York City?
Yes.
Oh, so you've been everywhere he goes.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Okay.
I'm lost there. You blame for literally everything. What's next? You're gonna blame them for the Titanic? I mean, just in thousands of crows are circling over Tel Aviv, Israel. If you know the scripture, this is not a good sign. So this is the Morrigan for all the witches out there. Any witches in watching the video? Let us know.
500 million people downloaded the game in 60 days.
500
They
million.
thought they were just...
Man, can I get 500 million people to give me 10 cents in 60 days? If I can get 5 million people to give me a dime in 60 days, I'd be a wealthy person. I'm not going to lie. I would take that.
catching Pokemon, but that's not what they were actually doing. In 2016, Pokemon Go launched, and for one entire summer, the whole world went outside. People walking into random places, showing up at 3 a.m. for rare spawns or raids, exploring places they'd never been before. It felt like just a fun game. But look at what the game actually asks you to do. Go to specific locations, stand in exact spots, point your camera at real world objects, and then you do it again from different angles, at different times. Millions of people, same places, over and over. And those moments stack across countries, cities, years, until it became something else. One of the most detailed maps of the physical world ever built. And now that same system is being used by machines, delivery robots navigating streets. Not using GPS. This is using the world as humans recorded it. And this is a new. You click traffic lights to prove you're not a robot.
Yo, that one right there, that's AI training all the way, yo. I be hating when I have to do them little captchas or recaptchas or little pictured things. I'm like, yo, who am I teaching right now? I'm teaching AI.
That trains vision systems. You correct a map that improves navigation. You move through the world, and over time, that becomes infrastructure. The game, the joy, the experience were all real. But underneath all of it, something else was being built all along. A system that can move through the world without you. And when that happens, the question isn't just what was collected. Where does the human sit after the system learns from them? Because everything that created it was human. But there was no system to ever prove it was yours. That gap didn't matter when the internet was mostly humans. It matters now. If you're starting to see it.
Yo, that's a fact though. Not even gonna lie. You can't trust nothing out here nowadays. You really can't. Buying ripe bananas, green stalk with the brown spots mean they were chemically ripened. Gotta be careful out here. That's a good question though, for real. Telling a student it was during the pandemic and they don't know what I'm talking about. And I realize kids born in 2020 are 5 or 6 now. Time is moving differently. It has to be, man. What's up with time, y'all? So this is the past, present, and future all in one. Yo, I know you've seen that. Look. How?
Right now, things are not looking good in Hawaii or Nebraska. Right now, people are saying that Hawaii is underwater, guys, and it's not looking good at all. This is what people are saying. I've been seeing this on the internet lately, and it's looking bad down there. Not only that, guys, but people are saying that Nebraska is battling the largest wildfire in its history. They said that it's hard to take the fire out, guys. This is what people are saying. Like I said, go look it up for yourself. Hawaii is not looking good. Nebraska is not looking good at all, yo. And across the world in other places, it's not looking good at all, guys. The question is, how long is it going to take to get to us? I'm not sure why a lot of people aren't talking about this, but the way this is looking, guys, this is serious, yo. For real, like, go look it up for yourself. I could not even put those videos up because it's just too much. I'm not sure how all this stuff is happening, guys. People are asking me, what's going on over there? I would not know. I'm home. I'm in New York State. Please, guys, I can't answer these questions. Like, you're asking the wrong person. I really hope this gets under control. But as of right now, guys, it's not looking good at all. But of course, guys, entertainment purposes only. I'm just letting you know what I heard and what I seen and what's going on in Hawaii and Nebraska. Look it up for yourself. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm out.
Y'all know what's going on in Hawaii or Nebraska?
So a near million-acre fire has been burning through Nebraska, if you didn't know, literally the size of fucking Rhode Island, and I've been noticing zero media coverage on it. Every camera, every reporter, every headline is pointed at the Middle East. Fire is approaching 1 million acres, one of the largest in U.S. history, and I just want you to think about this when considering this fire being in Nebraska, okay? Before we get to that, I just want you to think about this. Massive wildfires in Nebraska are threatening to slow efforts to rebuild the U.S. cattle herd as key grazing land in one of the nation's top beef-producing states has been destroyed. Fires fueled by high winds have burned roughly 775,000 acres of pasture, removing a critical feed source for tens of thousands of cattle, according to state officials. Loss of grassland is expected to delay herd expansion plans, even as producers have been encouraged by historically strong cattle prices. You see where I'm going here? Now think about this. Nebraska just so happens to sit on top of the Ogallala Aquifer, which just so happens to be the largest underground water source in America. Ogallala supplies 30% of all irrigation water used in U.S. agriculture. Think about this. While oil prices go up, fertilizer costs skyrocket. If shipping is interrupted, then grain exports also stall. This is happening during the biggest geopolitical crisis in 50 years. And you really think it's a coincidence?
Nah, it can't be a coincidence. All of this stuff is tied together. I ate this as a kid. It's not the same, though. It's not the same. Everything got all this preservatives in it now.
That the life in front of you is far more important.
The 5-year stranger theory. Has anyone ever heard of that? Basically, like, the people that you know now, or the friends that you're with now, in 5 years will return to being strangers again. Doesn't mean that they've lost who they are, or you've lost who you are, or you guys don't know who each other are, but they're strangers at this point. And that's just the way that life works. You know, people come into your orbit. Sometimes they leave your orbit. They might come back. They might leave again. They might not ever come back. They might stay forever. Who knows? But that's just the way that the world works. And you might want to look into the 5-year stranger theory.
Why isn't anybody talking about the fact that there are parts of Hawaii that's literally underwater right now? If it wasn't for people posting about it, we probably wouldn't even know what's going on.
I'm in Hawaii. Look at this flooding. Dude, this is unreal. It's a freaking hurricane out here.
They're saying that right now, Hawaii is going through the worst flood that it's ever had in the last 20 years. Look at this shit. You have homes that's underwater. You can see cars here that are underwater. It looks like this whole area is underwater and nobody is speaking about it. Mind you, they're saying that this is about to get worse. They're saying that the whole North Shore is flooded. Roads are closed, which means if it's an emergency, these people are not even able to get out. They're also saying that the Wahiawa Dam is on the verge of going. This is more than just a state of an emergency. People are in danger of losing their lives. They're saying that this came from a relentless series of Kona low storms. And these storms dropped at least 16 inches of rain on this community. Mind you, this all happened within 24 hours. Rescue teams are having problems rescuing these people. They're pulling people from rooftops. There may even be people that might not be able to be rescued. And again, they are not talking about this. We got to spread the word. I'm out.
Hawaii 2.0. First time was a fire. This time it's water. What's next?
Brother,
Brother,
what's that?
You can't tell me that this is not old world in Chicago. Look at the omelet head. Now look at the palace right behind it. That's all old world. Designed as, well, disguised as museums and all this other stuff.
Right. Yo, I did not know that you could find Olmecs in Chicago. I did not know that.
Okay, how about one more question for the prime minister? Let me pick a beautiful person from Japan. A question for the prime minister. Go ahead.
What the fuck?
Of course, no, Japan and US are very good friends, but why didn't you tell US allies in Europe and Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking Iran? So we are...
Why didn't you tell Japan about the war? And I know exactly where we're going.
Very confused about we Japanese citizens.
Well, one thing, you don't want to signal too much. You know, when we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor?
Yo. Look at her like.
Okay, right? You know, he's asking me. Now you believe in surprise, I think much more so than...
Oh my God!
And we had to surprise him, and we did.
Trump is relentless. Yo, that's crazy work.
Check this out.
This is not a play, this is real life, and you can get out. Justine, call me if you need me. Or my cane.
Let's get the money.
Couldn't even sneak off somewhere.
Justina wasn't what it looked like.
There it goes.
We were rehearsing Joan of Arc.
I don't remember Joan of Arc kissing anybody. You show me anywhere where Joan of Arc kisses somebody, then we have no problems.
Listen to this. What?
Yo. AI's out of hand, yo. You can't even hit somebody with like, yo, you remember that such and such show when they did this? And the other person can be like, they didn't do that. AI.
Why did they change that? What you're looking at is the Cosby Show in the original version.
you see they're talking about Joan of Arc. In the streaming version, it's altered. My question is, why take that out? Why go through the trouble of something that's already pre-taped, pre-recorded, pre-edited? For what reason? Obviously, there's a reason for that, and the question is, how many things do they do that to? They're going to do it to the Cosby Show. You think they ain't going to do it to news? You think they're not going to do it to historical events? Why take the manpower? Why devote that energy to changing something as so simplistic as the Cosby Show? TL Cross caught this and somebody sent it to me, and it's spot on. I have no idea why they would actually edit that and then put it out on streaming services. And how many things are like that? How many things that we see or we notice and we're like, or we call it the Mandela effect, or people call us nuts, or people say we're misremembering, and then they actually are changing things. It's bigger than the Cosby Show, for sure. Let me know if you caught any of these. Let me know if you get any other unusual suspects, because it's obviously happening. Out to the TL Cross, because spot on, great catch. Let me know what you think. It's up.
Why are they changing streaming? I know. Change history in a way, and just to mess with our minds, and to show us what AI can actually do. Ain't nothing safe anymore.
Why would Moses call Yahweh Lord in all caps, and then call God Lord with a capital L right after? Make it make sense, and check this out. King James Version, Exodus 5:22. And Moses returned unto the Lord in all caps and said, Lord with a capital L. I wonder what that would have said before it was changed. What do you think? Ethiopian Bible, Exodus 5:22. Moses returned to Yahweh and said, Lord, capital L, Yahweh. So Moses was showed that the name of God was Yahweh, and the KJV changed it to all caps Lord over 6,000 times.
Yo, what's that? That's what's up there spraying? Y'all seen that before?
There was a meteor, now there's a UFO here in Philadelphia. Do you see it?
I do. What is that?
We are live here at North Chicago, where a controlled burn may be getting out of control here. We're looking down in North Chicago off of Sheridan Road here, just north of Great Lakes Naval Base. Now you can see as Jack pans out, a whole bunch of controlled burns along the tracks. I'm assuming they wanted to get this brush down along the tracks. However, this is causing a major problem. Reading this off of the Metro page now, UPN train 398 scheduled to depart Waukegan is stopped right now due to the fire that's basically all around this train here at the North Chicago station. We see a lot of passengers getting off of that train. Firefighters have been turning around on Sheridan Road, and just now I'm looking, looks like Sheridan Road's going to be shut down here around 22nd Street as well. More fire equipment on the way. We'll try to keep you posted here on any developments.
You can create colorful works of art in just seconds.
Yo, who remembers this?
Magic drawing board. You ready for the wildest paint set you've
swear.
ever seen? It's the amazing Rainbow Art Set.
Amazing elastic plastic.
All of
Ordinary
this.
balloons go pop, but elastic plastic balloons go
All of
pop.
this. I remember it all.
Blow for fun balloon.
Get ready to take a quantum leap in coloring. Blow pens are air-mazing. Just aim and
Literally.
You're on a mission to get Nickelodeon magazine.
They definitely were in parents' pockets back then.
You had the real civil rights movement started in Harlem with your boy, what's the preacher, Adam Clayton Powell. You had another movement in Mississippi that was going down, and they said, wait a minute, if we got to get on top of it, we got to fashion a movement that can be counter-revolutionary. During the same time, Malcolm had already started teaching, and they needed something to balance that. So the British intelligence called and said, hey, we were successful a couple of years ago with Gandhi. And Gandhi was an agent for the British intelligence. And we was able to get out of India with the non-violent bullshit And Gandhi being an agent of the British intelligence, and we staged the whole thing. And you know that Britain is still the father of America. See what I'm saying? You know that whole Rothschilds and all that whole 9 yards. So they said, look, why don't you find some black person? They were supposed to get Ralph Abernathy at first, but he was a little older. And they found Martin Luther King because he just graduated from Morehouse and the Boston University and all that stuff. And he was a little more fine-tuned. They needed a charismatic person and a little bit younger. And that little Camelot thing with the little pretty wife. You know what I'm saying? And we'll find him and we will give him these doctrines. And we will do the same thing in America with this nonviolent thing that we did in India. Ain't it funny how they always throw that Martin Luther King shit up in your face every time you get funky? Because he was a British intelligence agent, or basically an agent for the government, and a Negro bully and all that stuff. But the Confederate graveyard, the street that all the other Martin Luther King streets are patterned after starts in the Confederate graveyard. And when I went to Indianapolis, they said I will start in a Confederate graveyard too, a real Masonic graveyard. Now wait a minute, these are two white graveyards that automatically is going to host a person that was supposed to be the upliftment of black people? They care about him that much? Come on. No, he did a job well done, and they always honor you with a job well done when they give you a holiday. Why is it one of the most racist presidents in history signed the holiday in 1985 into order? Because it was a dream realized by the whole conservative faction of the Klan and the United States government. You see. And so all of a sudden they took this same black figure over to Africa, and now they know Martin Luther King in Africa.
Crazy.
And Jesus, the other government agent, if you want to put it that way. JC done took more black women wives than any player out here. Oh, that's good. Oh man, I'm messing up big time. Oh man, we gotta really give him some juice. Excuse me, we didn't get on you. This is the juice. This is Maya's rum, Jamaican rum. The lords of the gods love this. Get this? And we know it works. You ain't got no insurance and you drive with no insurance, split this four-way in your car. You ain't got to worry about it.
I might have to give me some Jamaican rum. You know what I'm saying? And all around here. Y'all think Martin Luther King was an agent, though?
So if the Earth rotates around the sun once a year, and in that one rotation, there are 365 little rotations, representing 1 day per little rotation, 365 days in a year. And 365 days divided by 28, you get a perfect 13-month year. Every month starting on a Monday, ending on a Sunday. And hold the phone, because you're telling me that September, sept meaning 7, is the 9th month. October, oct meaning 8, is the 10th month. November, nov meaning 9, is the 11th month. And December, this decagon, is 10. So that means January becomes the 11th, February the 12th, and March is the 13th, the last month of the year. And the beginning of the year would be the spring equinox, when everything begins to grow, renew, and life starts to flourish.
Where are we right now in terms of the seasons? We're at the end of March, the end of the year. Approaching the spring equinox, and we're going to have flowers growing, and was it April showers bring May flowers or whatever they say? I'm about to have some May flowers here soon. I do think that we have 13 months, and I think that the way that the calendar is set up is stupid. I'm just going to say I don't have a better word for it. It's stupid. The month of February, how that's set up is stupid. It's like, we got leap years? Since when? Like, why do we have a leap year? You know what I'm saying? Got somebody out here whose birthday, they've only had 4 birthdays in their 28 years. Like, what?
Wouldn't it make more sense that that's when I realized something was off? And if time itself can be shifted, what else has been shifted without us noticing? You don't lose your life all at once. You lose it slowly, through routines you never chose and beliefs you never questioned. One night I couldn't sleep, no phone, no noise, just my thoughts.
700,000 acres. That's a lot. AI generated. Yo, I thought this was real at first, I'm not gonna lie. And then I started seeing the guy spray like this. I was like, yeah, no, this is AI.
Hawaii is literally getting swallowed by water, and nobody gives a shit. Bet you haven't seen this on your feed. Right now, Hawaii is going through the worst flooding it's seen in 20 years. Houses underwater, cars sunk, the North Shore completely gone. But somehow, this disaster is getting completely ignored by the media. If locals weren't posting videos begging for help, we wouldn't even know this was happening. Look at this footage. Homes completely submerged, cars sitting at the bottom. Some areas, rescue teams can't even get in. Roads are cut off. People who need to evacuate have nowhere to go. There are reports that the Wahiawa Dam is about to collapse. If that thing goes, how many people are going to lose their lives? All of this happened in under 24 hours, and there's not enough rescue crews to handle it. People are out there stranded in the water with no help coming, and we almost never even knew about it. This shit makes me furious. Spread this. Let Hawaii's voice be heard.
They trying to wipe Hawaii out.
Can anybody explain to me why we don't have news coverage on what's going on in Oahu, Hawaii, bro? Like, I showed you guys what happened to Maui, but Oahu, oh my God. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but Hawaii's dam in Oahu collapsed, bro. And I don't know why there's no coverage about this. Nobody's really talking about it. Now, again, they show you what's going on in Maui, but Oahu has it the worst, bro. Bro, y'all think I'm playing? Look at this shit, bro. Dogs are stuck. Look at this one. He's trying to find some safety, but this one says he's not going nowhere. This water is out of this world. I told you, this water is specifically coming up from under the ground.
From under the ground is crazy. Bro, you gonna keep driving?
I don't know why this guy thought it was okay to keep driving. You see nothing but water. Your truck is not going to make it. Y'all ever seen water look like this, bro? This water almost look like me. What the hell? Look at this shit. That's funny. Bro, when I tell you Hawaii needs help, man, look at this. Look at people's homes, man. These were people who were on vacation. These were people who were on vacation.
Where are the nationals, the ones who were there first, the ones who were there prior to people coming for vacations? I wonder how they're doing. Like, have they experienced this before, or is this new to them as well? I don't know. Just something to think about.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit, bro.
We are completely underwater.
Bro,
we are completely underwater.
Look at that.
Holy cow.
Look at the trees.
Insane.
Whoa. And then the rain kicked up again and the cars got more submerged, bro. Those cars ain't going nowhere. Bro, where's the news coverage? Where is Tucker Carlson? Why are they not speaking about this? Guys, I hope you have been taking this time to prepare for the changes that are to come. Just the fact that the government is not saying anything, like the news media is not saying anything about this, and they love Hawaii. Hawaii is one of the most precious states, bro.
That's why. They trying to take it for themselves. It's their precious prized possession. And they got to take over.
It's not a good sign, bro. This is not, look at this shit, bro. This is not a good sign. This ain't the first time they never spoke on situations like this, and it's not going to be the last time. In fact, we might be on our own, y'all. But I've been telling y'all, the shift is here. We're literally in the midst of it. Let me know what you guys think about this video, man. Oahu, let's continue to get it. Peace in.
What y'all think's going on in Hawaii? Like, for real, for real.
No seeds papaya.
Where the seeds at?
So this is Cuba, and there is no
electricity anywhere.
Dang.
Because there's no oil, there's no energy. And this is what it looks like. Except that hotel, because it's a 5-star hotel. That's it.
Oh, wow. Got one building. They got all the electricity from the whole island.
A Chinese restaurant is under fire after a chest was found with over 350 frozen squirrels in their walk-in freezer.
Squirrels? What the?
Chinatown in New York City is on permanent shutdown after an employee reported a chest of frozen squirrels to the local health department. The Chinese restaurant is also now facing multiple fines and is headed to court next week.
No!
What the fuck?
First it was the cats. Then people said it was the rats. And now it's the squirrels. People are saying, where did they get the squirrels from? I'm guessing the parks. Stop playing with me. Send these videos for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what the hell was going on in that restaurant, but I'm glad they shut it down. Shut up! Sweet and sour chicken, right? General Tosu chicken, right? Sesame chicken.
Sesame squirrel.
Orange chicken, right? Boneless chicken. What about boneless? Stop playing with me. Son, it's not a camera here, guys. You know what it is. Shut up! But I'll tell you one thing. If I ever go to a Chinese restaurant and I see squirrels playing around and cats playing around in the parking lot,
we've been out here eating boneless squirrel. I'm cool. Just wondering if I heard them call him.
Enoch, the Altrusian.
Hey, listen, whoever you are, thanks. Those monsters are...
My ancestors.
Huh?
I am of the generation to be born to this place. 10,000, perhaps 100,000 years from now.
You mean you're not alive yet?
Like myself, you have fallen through a dimensional doorway. In my case, however, only time was affected, not location. Those monsters are my antecedents. It is a tool for traveling through the universe.
This is our one chance to get home. We can't let him have it.
If what Enoch says is true, son.
It is.
Pyramid. I need to put a copper pyramid around me and let myself be the crystal so that I can travel through time the way Enoch was explaining that. You know what I'm saying?
So we can agree this is from a previous civilization, right? Right? But then I'm crazy. Like, what was going on back then? Come on, man. Look what was going on back then. Make it make sense. Now I'm crazy.
How'd they transfer this?
Similar crust on buildings we see.
Like this.
Like, come on, man.
Or was it
There's
already
so many
there and they built around
civilizations? And me questioning something on it.
You get what I'm saying?
Going to just history of.
There's no way
multiple
they could have just transferred this
civilizations
overseas.
Come on, man.
In its complete
metropolitan
form, I guess. That one maybe. That one maybe.
Yep. It's me. It's me. I apologize for pointing out all the lions I've seen throughout the world. Come on, man. I'm crazy. And I'm crazy. Right? Come on, man. How big those feet are, too. You can say we're wrong. You know? There's different civilizations. King Cobra. Someone making fun of my head. What's going on here? Where they got all this stuff from.
How y'all think they got all this stuff over here?
This one's wild. Who was in here? didn't know they had an obesity issue back in the day. This thing is wild. Like a little A-bomb. OVO.
OVO.
There's just a lot going on here. And I'm crazy for questioning everything, right? Why are so many owls on these buildings? Outside in Manhattan or Philly or wherever. Make it make sense, man. Sound off. Like I'm a buffoon from Brooklyn. These old tombstones, right?
Apparently. How y'all feel if someone just dig up your grandma's tombstone?
I don't know about
it on
you.
display because it looks cool.
Look at this. It's like the line at the vet. No offense to anyone in these pictures, just a bunch of animals. That's what I mean by that. What are we going to do over here? Where did they get all this stuff from? Where did they get all these people from? There's so many of them. Just absolutely so many of them. This is wild. So many of them. What I've noticed in the, I guess this is the Egypt section, I haven't seen a lot of lions or griffins. Like I said, different levels of some sort of reset or civilizations. I'm still trying to piece it together.
It's hard to piece it.
But yeah, I feel like we're missing a lot of lions and griffins in this era. Come on, man. Make it make sense. We still see the people with the heads between their legs. It's just baffling to me. Still looking for a lion. Good thing I see about 1900 today. Come on, Metropolitan Museum above. What was going on back then? Uh-oh. For the kids.
Figures.
Play with little G.I. Joe figurines. Oh, I appreciate you listening, Universe, because they be lying already. I'm done. Taxi! All right, we're getting back to our regular scheduled broadcast. Man, I wish I knew what that meant.
I swear. I wish I could just learn.
Commodore. You must be royalty or something. What's going on in this one? It's a big boy. Snakes.
There's a person in there.
Hold on. Let's get a better shot. It's a little dusty. You can see. Telling a story. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. So much going on. One of those birds with the Fez hat on. Is that their mascot? Sound off. They don't care about artifacts. They don't care. They don't care. These things are huge. What was going on back then, man? I need to know. Shout out to my man, Skywalker. I want to know. I love it. Make it make sense, because I want to know. Shout out to my man, Skywalker. The best. I really want to know who this is.
Knock the nose off. Head.
Just so many of these coffins or tombs. How'd they get them? Oh, same people that wrote history. Can you trust them for stealing this? I don't know. They lied today. What year did they start? Maybe when they started stealing. How about that? Make it make sense.
Oh man, the Met. Lot going on. Year build suspect. Listen, how'd they get all those artifacts? Suspect. A liar's worse than a thief. And I'm talking about the government lying to us, let alone people stealing stuff from other countries, man. But definitely worth checking out. There's a lot going on, and if you're a little tight in the pocket, it's a suggested donation, which is awesome. But the Met, check it out. Make it make sense.
This creature watches her at night and it doesn't like her. Now that's some creepy stuff. What's up with the kids seeing all these spirits nowadays? A missile flew over a beach in Taiwan, huh? Look at them just playing with the ocean water. That's crazy. I wonder where it's traveling to.
靠背难怪管制。
Oh snap, this is the Artemis launch. So they were supposed to be going to the moon or something like that, right? I wonder what happened with that. Who is in space filming this?
The crew was provided some preliminary numbers of when to expect.
Right, I never really thought about that.
Currently orbiting Earth at an altitude of 5
Yeah, who is tracking this and how are they filming it? They got one of those 360 cameras. That's what it is. They got a 360 camera on there.
This is how I show my love. I made it in my mind because I blame it on my ADD, baby.
Where's the glitch? I'm trying to see the glitch that he's talking about. Or did I already miss it?
This is how an angel dies. I blame it on my own supply. Blame it on my ADD, baby.
Oh. You see that? Dang.
Glitching.
Caught him. Caught him.
Do they not think when they're doing this, planning this mission, putting PS2 graphics up of a rocket, they're going to plan it and they're doing it on April Fools? Why? Why didn't they do April 2nd? April Fools. We're going to the moon. That's the only day. The only day that would be suspicious is April Fools. Because they want you to know space isn't real. Look at the PS2 graphic. We're lying right to you. And you're just going to eat it up because you're a stupid sheep.
PS2 graphics is crazy. Oh snap. There's troops falling out of planes, jumping out, with parachutes and stuff on. Yeah, this is like the first Call of Duty. seen this either. What's this?
Corn syrup adds a dash of sweetness.
Oh, that's corn syrup? That must be some type of beef.
The addition of even more water helps to disperse the ingredients and make the hot dogs juicier.
Hot dogs?
Another machine then purees the meat batter into a fine emulsion and vacuums out any air.
That's what a hot dog is?
People think this is natural, right? So from as far as your eyes can see, they have the Pacific Ocean blocked off within its entirety. So you used to be able to see Santa Catalina Island. You used to be able to see San Clemente Island over here for the past, 2 weeks? It is impossible. They have blocked off the view with in its entirety for the past 2 weeks. I come out here every day. This artificial cloud that's covering the Pacific Ocean, this is similar to the ice wall in Antarctica. This is Pacific Ocean's ice wall is what you're looking at, essentially. Right. They have blocked off the entire Pacific Ocean. First they said San Clemente is going to be the first beaches ever to be monitored by the feds. And then we saw all kind of activity, all kind of warships. I have the footage. We saw all kind of warships in the Pacific, all kind of activity going on. I was asking my military buddies, what's happening? There's a war in the Pacific. And now, for the past 2 weeks, this has been blocked off within its entirety. This is your ice wall, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, we're gonna come out here. If you think this is natural, watch. Tomorrow, we'll come out here and guess what? You're gonna see the same thing.
So what y'all think they got going on? Like, what are they really trying to block? Because I feel like they do that like everywhere. You can never see a good sunset anywhere anymore. And what's up with the warships out there? And the helicopters. And I think the guy said that he had to mute this one because it got took down for something that he said. So I guess we just gotta sit back, relax, and see what's gonna happen. Do you think there's like really like a fight going on out there? I mean, it could be, and we wouldn't know it. The Pacific is pretty big. What y'all think? Okay, now here's the now this is the video he had muted. This is the next day. And you still see that big old cloud back there. At first it's like you're like, where's the cloud? But that's the cloud. Covering the horizon. Why is it every day? I wonder what's out there. The Leviathan, like they say, the Leviathan, or maybe it's the UFOs. Maybe there's like some secret base out there. But yeah, if this is the next day, I wonder how many more times he's posted. Maybe y'all should go to Brook number 99 pages. Wow. Brook number 99's page and see if he continues to post these videos. And we can see how long they'll have this wall up and if anything changes. I say it's a wall, but I don't know what that is. Whatever they've been. I don't know, man. They got all type of technology.
At the symbols on the dollar bill as what it is and start saying who put it there and why did they put all of these type of symbols on the dollar bill? Were there some hidden message for us, or was that some markup territory for them? Let's get into it. So today, even though there's a lot more on this dollar bill, I'm going to go through 10 of these hidden symbols, which there's probably 50 of them. And so we'll do more videos in the future. It just depends on you. If in the comments you tell me to keep going, I'll show you more. And when we get to the front, I will then show you why we're moving to cryptocurrency. And they had already told us in this dollar bill that the money was coming to an end. So as you can see, we have 10 different areas that I'm pointing to with these arrows, and I'm gonna go through each one of these individually, starting with number 1. This was where number 1 is. This says Novus Ordo Seclorum. And this have a hidden meaning, and let me tell you what it is. This is Latin, and it stands for the new order of ages is born. And literally what this really means is they're saying that this is a new world order. And they say it right up front, right in our faces, so we know where the world is going, but they claimed it right here when they first did this one. So let's move over to number 2. So we're gonna point right here to where number 2 went, okay? And this is number 2 out of the 10, which is actually these 2 words together. These 2 words is anut copious. And what this means is he has favored our undertakings.
Ain't that crazy how 2 words could mean like 6 words? Novus copious. He has favored our undertakings. Man, languages are strange.
He has favored our that's anut copious. You can go look this up in dictionary.com as well, so you can find the hidden meanings in what this means. And we'll put it all together at the end. Next, we'll get into what I call number 3, which I pointed here, but it's really going to be the entire pyramid itself. Now, in the beginning, type of symbols was just a position of authority until I start studying the geometry and the hidden meanings of all of these particular parts.
Yo, you got to find a full video to get all the way to number 10, apparently, but there's so many hidden symbols in money. And it basically, like he says, controls our reality at this point. So all this in the sky, Newport Beach on 314. Why does everyone see like crazy stuff in the sky except for me? Black King and Queen sculptures. New York City. The proof is in the pudding. Are we going to pretend like this didn't happen? What kind of moon phase is this? I don't know. That is a strange one. Y'all know what moon phase that is? I mean, I get it's kind of like crescent, but like, why is it upside down like that? Like, I don't know. Maybe I paid too close attention in elementary school. I don't know. Something happened. What y'all think? Let me know. Okay, what's going on with the military, and what city is this? It's probably Derry. Y'all seen Welcome to Derry? It's probably Derry.
Look at this. Make it simple. Just go live. Go live.
Just random fireballs, huh?
NASA says they're going back to the moon on April 1st. I need you to let that sit with you for a second. The first manned mission back to the moon in over 50 years, and the date is on April Fool's Day. But before we get into that, I need to know if you remember this. Look at this shit.
This is the first time we're going to send humans to the moon, and we're going to have humans in low Earth orbit. That is awesome.
Really?
We should, as humanity.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I thought we did this already.
That's awesome.
Jump down the rabbit hole.
You said the first time.
You have millions of people who don't even believe we went to the moon the first time. And then we fast forward, and they make their launch day on a day that's built around jokes. You got guys like Buzz Aldrin being pressed in interviews about what actually was seen up there. You got a filmmaker, Bart Siebel, confronting astronauts, claiming the footage was staged. And then you got Neil Armstrong, first man on the moon, who later kept a very low profile and rarely did interviews. Now go back to the beginning. 1969 Apollo 11 moon landing. America lands on the moon in the middle of the Cold War. Massive pressure, global attention. And then while they're up there, they do the unthinkable. Something that still puzzles me to this day. They take a phone call from the president. You heard what I just said? They take a phone call from the... How is that possible? How is that even possible? Now we...
Man, I can't even get service in my own city. But they getting service on the moon.
Fast forward to 2026. It's been 50 years since anybody thought about walking on the moon or going to the moon. Why is that? Why did it take so long to go back? And don't tell me, oh, they didn't have the technology. If they were speaking on cell phones on the moon back then, excuse me, if they was taking phone calls, allegedly, on the moon back then, they had technology, right? So why wasn't it possible to go back? But I guess we're going to sit here and enjoy this moon launch on April 1st, which is tomorrow. See you out there.
Thinking you'll miss it. UFO or drone in the sky. Oh, look at it moving. Look at it moving. Ain't no way. Oh, that's crazy. Who's here? Who's controlling these things? Somebody's here. So there's another one in LA. We seen one earlier. Maybe this is the same one. I don't know what I just said. Maybe this is the same one, but just like somebody else's point of view. I mean, what are y'all really gonna do when you see this like outside? Aside from just filming, like, are you like, what's gonna happen?
20 years ago, Jay wore a Simpson shirt with him on it from the future.
Nah.
Aloha from Florida. The Artemis launch. They actually did it, and there it goes.
Sorry, bro. Yeah, there's a lot of people down here.
That's all I can zoom in on the iPhone. I'm supposed to have my P1000, but I don't. Anyway, there is the fireball in the sky. The show must go on. Never has there ever been a human on any of those rockets. To think so is kind of crazy. Anyway, there it goes up. Now it is starting to go over. And as it just moves outside, you'll see it start going down. Up, over, and down. Splash.
Yep.
It's a nice show. Been like a circus down here for the last hour or so. Look at the trajectory. Same as a ballistic missile. Up, over, and down, splash.
Hey, it's like the little
Going
the
nowhere
Disney thing.
since 1959. It's a beautiful day for the show. The science fiction show must go on. The sad thing is you got thousands of people out here all up and down the coast watching this. And after this launch is done, they're all going to disappear and go home. And then we're going to have a full moon rise out here. Everybody shows up to watch the fake. And they're going to miss the beauty of the real shortly after the full moon rise from April 1st, 2026. That's it. It is out of sight. Usually it fades just out of sight right before it starts going back down. When you have a good zoom, and if you can keep the zoom on there, You can see it go up, over, and down. There it is, guys. The show must go on. NASA, according to some in the CIA, is not a space agency. Some people say NASA is never a straight answer. The word NASA in Hebrew means to deceive. So the Earth is flat and stationary. That's absolute scientific fact. And the show from NASA for the last 60, 70 years has just been to say, look up there. Don't look down here. Don't look in the North Pole. Don't look in Antarctica that encloses our oceans. No, look up there. Don't look down here. Anyway, life is good. Create and maintain peace of mind for yourself and your family as much as you can. There's nothing more valuable. Come watch.
People ask that all.
Have a great night.
The opportunity to.
That
right here
is science fiction. Up, over, and down, splash. Aloha. Have a great night.
The opportunity to answer the question that could be the question of our lifetime, which is, are we alone? When we go out and meet people, people ask that all the time. Have you seen evidence of this? What can we learn? And the fact is that answering that question starts at the moon. The moon is a witness plate to our entire solar system's formation. It's a stepping stone to Mars, where we might have the most likelihood of finding evidence of past life.
What's the quiet part? What do you think they're trying to say?
Okay, so a while ago I posted that
which moon did they go
I saw 2 moons outside. No one believed me. So there's the other moon. And I'm about to play with it so you guys can really see. I'm going to adjust the contrast and saturation. And there's the moon.
At 5 a.m. to go to work.
It's bright as what?
That.
And I'm going to go in and fix everything and define it.
That's the moon, right? Now look at this. What's that right there?
And the other moon is right there. You see it? Right to your left.
We got 2 moons.
Above the building.
Right there.
2 moons.
Bam.
Bam.
This morning,
I'm gonna go over it again. There's the moon in the sky.
To go to work, and he caught that.
There's the other one.
I would think that that's the moon, right?
There's our moon.
Now look at this.
There
it
is.
Right
the
there,
other moon.
above the building.
Told you.
2 moons.
So which moon are they trying to go to then? Just the sky in Australia. Oh, whoa. Imagine that. I'd think like the world was over. I'd have been like, yes, oh, Louis didn't invent this print.
We like the cars that go boom. We're T-Graph and funny, and we like the
I don't know what's up with these.
We like
Okay. Consuming more than 96 individual pieces of Nerds candy in an entire year exceeds the safe annual arsenic exposure levels. One box contains over 2,000 pieces. Yo, I probably like had my year's worth yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, them things are good, man, but like you should probably stay away from them for real. What's going on here? Oh. Ooh. What's up with it? What's up with the 7 serpent heads? The number 7. The 7-headed serpent. Tell me I'm not crazy. Or just flew across the sky. It wasn't a plane, I'll tell you that. I don't know what it was.
So tell me, why is no one talking about this? As you know, today Artemis II is sending 4 astronauts to space. And Artemis is being led by Commander Reed. I couldn't help but think about the Fantastic Four today, and the fact that they also were led by a Commander Reed and a bald guy. Commander Reed and a bald guy. Commander Reed and a bald guy. And only one woman. And only one woman. And only one woman. And only one woman. Well, you see where this is going. Well, as you know, in their most recent movie, they were put out on a mission to space to intercept and confront the planet-consuming cosmic entity, otherwise known as Tiamat in Babylonian culture, Leviathan, chaos, destruction, the end of the world, etc. And in this movie, Galactus is threatening to consume the whole entire planet Earth unless the firstborn child of Reed and Sue is offered to him. So, according to the calendar in your phone, today is also April Fool's Day and Passover. And if you know about Passover, Passover also has everything to do about the sacrifice of the firstborn child, which if you don't know, in Egypt during the time of Moses, they have the angel of death pass over in the last plague of Egypt, in which if you didn't have the covering of the blood of the lamb above your doors, the angel of death would come into your home and smite and kill and take your firstborn child. But I want to show you something else.
Oh, wow.
You know, everybody's looking for a big tsunami to hit the coastlines in New York and all this stuff. If you're part of the truther community, you know this. But we're also looking for these big beasts and titans and giants to be coming out of the ocean as well. Watch this and pay attention.
Oh, okay. So they saying Galactus gonna cause some type of tsunami on the West Coast? That would be crazy though if that did happen.
And yes, he stopped and looked at Lucifer the light-bearer on the shores of Babylon the Great and smiled and continued forward with his mission. And let's also not forget what we talked about the other day, the fact that Artemis is the twin sister of Apollo, and also Artemis is known as being the bringer of sudden death, like the angel of death passing over Egypt and Babylon, etc., with a rocket that's 322 foot tall and tied directly into the skull and crossbones, which also is the destruction, the destroyer. Now let's look at the fours. In the Bible, you have the four quarters of the earth, the four corners of the earth, the four winds of the earth, the four titans bound on the great river Euphrates of the earth, that's set loose by Apollo, the one with the key over the bottomless pit that sets them loose. And also you have the four angels of the heavens and the chariots coming down with the four horsemen of the apocalypse. And let's not forget, all of this moon mission, space mission stuff is all centered on Apollo missions, being led by Apollo himself. Because let's not forget, who's the one pushing all of this in the first place. And remember, he was the one that set the goal to land the first woman and the next man on the moon. And he's the same one trying to set up a kingdom and expansion permanently on the moon. But hey, maybe this is just another one of the long list of coincidences.
What y'all think, man? 444. Anybody seen those angel numbers anywhere? I mean, what's really going on out here? Why would they put a moon or an Artemis rocket that's supposed to be landing on the moon on April 1st, April Fool's Day? Why would they? I don't know. Are they trying to play with us? Are they laughing in our face? Or is there something else bigger at play? I don't know. Are giants going to come out of the ocean? That'd be... Keep me in the Midwest if that happens. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.